Additionally, we will explore the delivery of water to the overhead tank through a pump, pressure head, delivery pipe and suction pipe. By the end of this video, you will be able to tap formation of the CI water main line, fix a ferrule on the CI water communication pipe, fix the water meter, lay the consumer pipeline, prepare installation material for bed forming, commission the centrifugal pump and motor onto the bed, connect the suction line and delivery line, test the suction line and delivery line, assemble the submersible pump and motor, install the pump and motor in the well, prepare installation material for reciprocating the pump, commission the pump in the wall brackets or bed. Let us collect the tools and equipment required to do this. Steel tape, tap set, hacksaw frame with blade, pipe wrench, ratchet die set, screwdriver, ball peen hammer, cold chisel, spanner set, shovel, spade, crowbar, trowel, motor pan, spirit level, feeler gauge, tin bond, India Mark special toolkit, pipe vise, bore clamp, cutting pliers, Allen key, knife or wire cutter, water pump plier, plump bob, centrifugal pump, motor, foundation template, bolt and nuts, gland rope, reciprocating hand pump, reciprocating power operated pump, monoblock pump set, submersible pump, jet pump 1 horsepower, jet pump 150 to 1.5 horsepower, Teflon tape as required, insulation tape as required, NR valve as required, poly safety rope as required, cable tag as required, GI pipe as required, foot valve as required, non-return valve vertical type as required, non-return valve horizontal type as required, bend, flange, socket, elbow and union as required, gate valve as required, couplings as required, cement sand concrete as required, strainer gasket washer as required, rigid couplings as required, lubricating oil as required, grease as required, flange washer as required, union as required, pipe nipple as required, ball valve as required, flow control valve as required, angle and angle bolt nuts as required, saddle piece as required, gun metal ferrule as required, water meter as required, elbow PVC as required, solvent cement as required, tea as required, blue metals as required, existing borewell, India Mark hand pump, rubber washer. Servicing and fixing the water meter. Arrange the proper tools and materials. Close the main line valve. Mark the position for drilling and tapping on the main line. Drill the main line with a ratchet brace. Cut the internal threads with a taper pipe tap. Connect the saddle piece on the main line. Fit a ferrule to form the necessary connection. Open the valve inside the ferrule and close the tap. Take the service pipe from the saddle piece. Fix a stopcock or gate valve on the inlet and outlet of the water meter location. Close the stopcock. Measure the length of the water meter and distance between the two unions. Tighten the union of the pipes. Place a soft leather or rubber washer on one side of the meter. Fix the water meter between two unions as per the direction to coincide with the arrow mark on the meter. Open the valve and check the pipelines. You must fix the gate valve before the water meter. Safety measurements to be followed. Be careful while drilling the main line. Fix the ferrule in the saddle. Fix a gooseneck if the line is crossing a road. Connect a stopcock before the water meter. Installation of a centrifugal pump. Make a foundation bed. Prepare the installation material for the bed. Make a cement mortar as per the ratio 1:2:4 cement sand mortar ratio, where cement is to sand is to blue metal is 1:2:4. Grounding the foundation bolt and nut with the help of templates. Fill the cement mortar in the grounded area and allow to cure. Remove the template and level the bed. Commission the pump and motor on the bed with the help of a spirit level and feeler gauge. Alignment of the pump pulley and motor pulley. Assemble the pump pulley and motor pulley properly. If not properly aligned, following defects may develop: love joint coupling assemble failure, gland rope and bush workout, and worn out pump bearing. Connect the suction line and delivery line. Measure the required length of the suction pipe. Select the required pipe fitting and valves gasket. Connect the foot valve gasket flange and bend to the pump. A foot valve helps to maintain the water level in a suction pipeline. Measure the required length of the delivery pipe. Select the required pipe fittings and valve gaskets. Connect the delivery line to the non-return valve NRV using an appropriate fitting. Most NRVs, especially those with spring-loaded discs, can be mounted in a horizontal position. This is generally preferred for ease of access and maintenance. Provide electrical connection. Priming the suction pipe. Priming is a crucial process in centrifugal pumps that ensures the pump and suction pump are filled with fuel before it is started. Switch on the pump and check the suction pump and delivery pipe. Safety measurements. Use proper hand tools. To avoid dry run, maintain the foot valve position at the bottom of the groundwater level. Do not over-tight the gland rope as it may burn. To avoid vibration on these systems, add lubricants to the bearings as and when required. Installation of a hand-operated pump. Mark the holes for fixing. Grounding the foundation bolt and nut with the help of templates. Fill the cement mortar in the grounded area and allow to cure. Remove the template and level the bed. Fix the suction pipe with the check valve. Provide the pump base with the weight washer or an air washer. Connect the cylinder on the base with bolts and nuts. Assemble the cup washer with a plunger rod. Fix the plunger rod with a hand lever. Connect the plunger rod assembly with a cylindrical head. Operate the hand lever in an up and down motion. Let us look at the installation of a submersible pump. Fix the adapter into the plump discharge end. Fix the required hose clamps over one end of the pipe and tighten. Apply heat to the polyethylene pipe to soften the pipe. Press the polyethylene pipe over the adapter. Tighten the clamp securely around the pipe over the adapter end. Lower the pump and pipe it into the well. A submersible wire cable must be secured to the discharge pipe 5 feet from the top of the pump using an electrical tap or snap wire ties. Repeat this procedure at 3-meter intervals along the discharge piping. Ensure that the pipe has reached the required depth. Send the pipe and cable through the opening in the well seal. The well seal must be vented. Continue the pipe connection to the tank location in the house. Use additional clamps if required. Fix the union gate valve and the non-return valve at the end of the delivery line at the nearby bore. In this video, we have discussed about tap formation on the CI water main line, fixing a ferrule on the CI water communication pipe, fixing the water meter, laying the consumer pipeline, preparing for installation material for bed forming, commissioning the centrifugal pump and motor onto the bed, connecting the suction line and delivery line, testing the suction line and delivery line, assembling the submersible pump and motor, installing the pump and motor in the well, preparing installation material for reciprocating the sump, commissioning the pump in the wall brackets or beds. Hope you have a clear understanding of this. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In the last session we have discussed about tap formation on the CI water main line, fixing a ferrule on the CI water communication pipe, fixing the water meter, laying the consumer pipeline, preparing installation material for bed forming, commissioning the centrifugal pump and motor on the bed, connecting the suction line and delivery line, testing the suction line and delivery line, assembling the submersible pump and motor, installing the pump and motor in the well, preparing installation material for reciprocating the pump, commissioning the pump in the wall brackets. In continuation, in this session we are going to discuss how to prepare the installation material for a reciprocating pump which is power operated, commission the pump in the wall brackets, connect the suction and delivery line, test the suction and delivery line, install a India Mark III pump, install a mono block pump, prepare a jet pump for installation, commission the jet pump, connect the suction and delivery to the jet pump, prepare an airlift pump for installation, commission the airlift pump and connect the suction air pipe and delivery pipe. Let us look at a power operated reciprocating pump. Make a cement motor as per the ratio 1:2:4, where cement is to sand is to blue metal is in the ratio of 1:2:4. Grounding the foundation bolt and nut with the help of templates. Fill the cement motor in the grounded area and allow to cure. Remove the template and level the bed. Commission the pump and motor on the bed with the help of a spirit level and feeler gauge. Align the pump pulley and motor pulley. Assemble the pump pulley and motor pulley properly. If not properly aligned, defects may develop. Connect the suction line. Measure the required length of the suction pipe. Select the required pipe fitting and valve gasket. Connect the check valve gasket, flange, bend piston rod and connecting rod. The check valve helps to maintain water level in the suction pipeline. The piston rod and connecting rod must be properly connected. Always maintain the water level in the suction pipeline. Provide electrical connection. Switch on the pump and check the suction pipe. Safety measurements. Use proper hand tools. To avoid vibration, check the lubricants on the bearings. Installation of the India Mark III pump. Preparing the foundation for the India Mark III pump. Mount the pump body. Clean the ground for about 1 meter around the borewell. Place the pump body and assemble with the help of masonry hand tools. Place and fix the self-locking clamp above the pump body. Let us connect the cylinder head with the suction pipe and the connecting rod. Connect the cylinder head top end and connecting rod with the suction pipe. Insert into the borewell with the help of a self-locking clamp. Add additional pipe depending on the depth of the borewell and assemble the connecting rod and suction pipe. Connect the water tank assembly in the suction pipe and connection rod. Route the connecting rod with a guide bush. Assemble the hand level chain in the connecting rod. Close the inspection chamber body cover. Operate the hand lever in an up and down motion. Check the water flow through the water tank spout. Precautions while assembling the pump. Mount the pump body in a 90-degree vertical position to the ground with the help of a spirit level. Use a proper self-locking clamp to assemble the suction pipe and the connection rod. Properly assemble the cylinder body and the suction pipe. Use a lifting tool to insert the suction pipe and connecting rod. Use a proper chain link in the head assembly. Periodically apply solid lubrication in the chain link. Let us look at installing a monoblock pump. Centrifugal monoblock pumps are mainly used for agriculture, industries and civil applications due to their consistency and strength. Installation material for the bed. Make a cement motor as per the ratio 1:2:4 where cement is to sand is to blue metal is in the ratio of 1:2:4. Ground the foundation bolt and nut with the help of templates. Fill the cement mortar in the grounded area and allow to cure. Remove the template and level the bed. Commission the pump and motor on the bed with the help of a spirit level and a feeler gauge. Connect the suction line and delivery line. Measure the required length of the suction pipe. Select the required pipe fitting and valve gasket. Connect the foot valve gasket, flange and bend to the pump. Measure the required length of the delivery pipe. Select the required pipe fittings and valve gaskets. Connect the delivery line for the required place using a non-return valve and with the help of fittings. Provide electrical connection. Priming the suction pipe. Priming is a crucial process in centrifugal pumps that ensures the pump and suction pump are filled with fluid before it is started. Switch on the pump. Safety precautions to be taken for this task. Use proper hand tools. To avoid dry run, maintain the foot valve position to the bottom of the groundwater level. Do not over-tighten the gland rope because the rope might burn. To avoid vibration on these systems, check the bearing for lubricants. Now let us learn about the installation of a jet pump. A shallow well jet pump pulls water from sources that are closer to the ground level with a typical depth range of 25 feet or less. Choose the place for a pump near a bore. Mount the pump. Install the jet pump by connecting it to the delivery pipe using the appropriate fittings and clamps. Ensure that the pipe length reaches the desired depth in the well. Fix a flange at the suction end. Assemble the suction at the bottom of the pump. Fix the pressure control valve after priming the pipe. Connect the delivery line after the control valve. Prim the pump. Start the pump and check for leakage. Let us see how to install an airlift pump. Preparation for an airlift pump. Mount the air compressor motors. Connect the jet nozzle with the educator, PVC, to the required length. Preserve a nozzle level of 1.5 meters above the groundwater level in the bore. Clamp it to provide the bore clamp above the ground level. Connect the suction air pipe to pump with a minimum 6 meter length of GI pipe. Connect the delivery pipes. Run the airlift pump and check the water flow from the pump. Installation of a booster pump. Erecting the pump in the bed with a foundation bolt. Fix the pressure tank assembly. Connect the check valve in the pump suction line. Fix the pressure reduce valve after the check valve with a union in the suction line. Fix the ball valve after the pressure reduce valve with a union in the suction line. Connect the T in the suction line. Connect one end to the overhead tank and the other end to a universal valve change. The outlet of the universal valve change has to be connected with a hexagon barrel nipple. Connect T to the end of the nipple. Connect one end of the T to the ball valve and the other end to the delivery line. Fix the union and the hexagon barrel nipple in a pressure tank outlet. Connect the hexagon barrel nipple in the pressure tank and union. To fix the check valve or non-return valve, choose the direction of the valve. A fixed union is a must. Use the recommended pressure in the pump. In this video, we have discussed how to prepare the installation material for a reciprocating pump, commission the pump in the wall brackets, connect the suction and delivery line, test the suction and delivery line, install a India Mark III pump, install a monoblock pump, prepare a jet pump for installation, commission the jet pump, connect the suction and delivery to the jet pump, prepare an airlift pump for installation, commission the airlift pump and connect the suction air pipe and delivery pipe. Preparing a booster pump for installation and commissioning the booster pump. Hope you have a clear understanding of this. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In today's video, we will explore the working principle of a solar water heating system, analyze the temperature of the water within the system, interpret a drawing to plan the hot and cold water distribution pipeline layout, install the pipeline for hot and cold water distribution, and understand the solar water heating system. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the parts of a solar water heater, locate the hot and cold pipelines, prepare the thermometer, test the temperature of hot water and cold water, prepare material list, provide hot water connection to the bathtub and wash basin, fix the water heater and measure and mark the work spot, fix the water heater on the wall, connect the inlet and outlet pipes and fittings, mount the collector, install the solar storage and the heat exchanger, lay the pressure pump and pipeline and install water lines with the control drill. The required tools and material are plumber's tool kit 1, tester 1, measuring tape 1, spanner set 12 1, solar water heater 1, mobile oil 1, insulator 1, pipes and fittings as required, cement mortar as required, thermometer 1, gloves as required, goggles as required, GI data sheet as required, pipe wrench 250 mm 1, pipe wrench 300 mm 1, hammer 1, chisel 1, water pump plier 1, screwdriver 1, hammer drilling machine 1, PVC connection half-inch heavy duty 1, GI fittings as required, GI pipe as required, thread seal as required, special clamp as required, pipe die as required, hand hacksaw 1, trowel 1, oil can 1, pipe vise 1, water heater complete set 1, nuts and bolts as required, angel cork as required, safety valve as required. Let us demonstrate the working of a solar water heating system. Identifying the parts of the solar water heater system. Check the water pipe line connection. Check the mounting of the solar water heater. Inspect the electrical connection given as per the layout. Switch on and check the functioning of the heating. Check the freeze protection system. Inspect the overheat protection system function. Safety tips while installing the solar water heater. Use appropriate tools. Use safety equipment. Do not tamper with electrical lines. Check the electrical point and board. And hot water connection should always be provided on the left hand side only. Analyzing the temperature of hot water. Find a good location for depth measurements. Identify a location from a boat where you could have access to deep water. Put on protective gloves if you are sampling near the shore. Measure the temperature of the water at the surface by submerging the temperature probe to a depth of 5 cm in several locations. Either wait or lower your digital thermometer to use the TERC water pump. Take water samples at depths of 5, 10, 50, 100, 150 and 200 centimeters and so on. Measure the temperature of these water samples in the field using the temperature probe. Analyze the temperature of cold water. Using the temperature probe or a thermometer, measure the air temperature in several locations over the body of water. Be sure to measure in both sunny and shady locations. Mark the temperature on the data set. Analyzing the temperature of hot and cold water. Always fix hot water on the left side. Ensure cold water pipe is placed on the right side. Water pipelines should be located below the ground to withstand cold temperatures of up to 55 degrees Fahrenheit during winters. Check that the water heater has a built-in heat trap to limit the migration of hot water. Inspect the maximum operating temperature for the PVC pressure pipe and ensure that it does not exceed 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Always use PVC pipes for hot water. To prevent tap water scalds, hot water should not be hotter than 49 degrees centigrade or 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Ensure that the hot and cold water pipes are about 6 inches apart to ensure that the cold water line does not pick up heat from the hot water line. All the water pipelines that are 3/4 inch or larger should be insulated. Check that there is no backflow from the hot and cold water system as it will increase pressure and temperature. Ensure that the sediments accumulated in the bottom of the tank do not affect the functionality of the heating elements. How to connect hot water to the bathtub and wash basin. Connect the inlet and outlet pipe to the water heater. Connect the inlet and outlet pipe to the wash basin and bathtub. Switch on the water heater and check the flow of hot water. Safety precautions. Provide proper earthing for the water heater. Hot water connection should be provided to the left-hand side of the pipe only. Installation of the water heater. Choose the place for fixing. Hold it in place and mark the holding point. Take the chasing in the wall. Fix the heater in position using bolts. Put the nut and tighten. Check the vertically connected inlet after fixing a valve and using flexible pipe. Connect the outlet after fixing the pressure relief valve using a flexible pipe. Plug the heater to the electric supply. Test it for leakages. Installation of the closed loop solar water heating system. The basic steps to install a closed loop solar water heating system are: mount the solar collectors on the roof, install the solar storage tank and heat exchanger, install the piping and pressure pump for the glycol loop, install the water pipes, install the controls, fill the system and insulate the water lines and glycol lines. In this lesson, we have discussed how to identify the parts of a solar water heater, locate the hot and cold pipelines, prepare the thermometer, test the temperature of hot water and cold water, prepare the material list, provide hot water connection to the bathtub and wash basin, fix the water heater and measure and mark the work spot, fix the water heater on the wall, connect the inlet and outlet pipes and fittings, mount the collector, install the solar storage and the heat exchanger, lay the pressure pump and pipeline, and install water lines with the control drive. Hope you have a clear understanding of this. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In today's video, we are going to learn to install an IWC or the Indian water closet and an EWC or the European water closet. By the end of this video, you will be able to prepare a layout, fix the S or P trap, Fix the IWC over the trap chamber. Fix the flushing cistern. Fix the EWC and test the IWC and the EWC. Let us collect the tools, equipment and machinery required for this. Ball peen hammer 1, drilling machine 1, chisel 1, pipe wrench 1, screwdriver 1, double end spanner 1, hammer 1, hacksaw 1, trowel 1, poker 1, spirit level 1, water tube level 1, measuring tape 1, plumb bob 1, water pump plier 1, spade 1, straight edge 1, mortar pan 1, pipe vise 1, GI pipe and fitting as required, thread seal materials as required, plaster of Paris as required, white cement as required, solvent cement as required, angle caulk as required, push caulk as required, cement as required, fine sand as required, IWC with accessories as required, EWC with accessories as required, bricks as required, SW or PVC pipe with fittings as required, water as required and a valve as required. The first step to take before any installation is to ensure that the water supply is turned off. Select the appropriate place for the installation of the IWC. Ensure to clear the installation area and level it. Mark the position for fixing the closet and ensure that the center line of the closet is perpendicular to the rear wall. This point should be at least 8 inches away from the rear wall to allow space for the closet. Properly place a P or S trap in level at the required height and verify the water seal level. Place the trap in position along the soil pipe at the desired height. Ensure that the trap is level by using a spirit level. Adjust as necessary to achieve proper alignment. Connect the trap to the soil or drain pipe, ensuring a secure and watertight connection. Use compression fittings or solvent fittings depending on the type of trap and soil pipe material. Join the closet and trap using spun yarn soaked in cement paste and cement mortar in the ratio of 1:1. Connect the flush pipe between a high-level flush cistern that is 900 mm to 1200 mm at the floor level and the inlet of the water closet yoke. Backfill materials into the closet chambers by filling the empty space around the installed closet with suitable material to provide support, stability, and proper soil line. Fix the footrest on the shorter arm of the pan on both the right and left sides. Connect the water supply line to the flush tank and turn it on. Allow for curing and settling of all the joints. After that, turn on the water supply and check for blockage, leaks and the water seal with the water pressure. Let us now proceed with installing an EWC. Select the appropriate place for the installation of the EWC. Ensure to clear the installation area and level it. Check the sewerage connections and toilet flange. In case of any cracks or damage, replace it with a new one. Set a wax ring on the flange to create a seal between the toilet and the soil line or drain. Fix the EWC on the floor by following the steps below. Place the closet bolts into the flange slots, ensuring that they are parallel and secure. Carefully lower the toilet onto the wax ring, aligning the bolts with the mounting holes. Tighten the nuts onto the bolts to secure the toilet, but avoid over-tightening to prevent damage. Fix the flushing unit on the wall with the help of a PVC bend and PVC pipe connected to the EWC. It should not be more than 900 mm from the floor level. Provide water supply connection to the flush tank. Connect the flush pipe to the inlet opening of the EWC and connect the other end to the flush tank. Remember to use an O-ring rubber washer to seal the pipe connections and prevent leaks. Flush the toilet to ensure that it is working properly and also check for any leaks. Fix the seat with the cover and check the level. Apply caulk or white cement around the base to create an airtight seal. Note: the National Building Code specifies the minimum height requirement for the flush tank inlet level. This requirement helps ensure an adequate flow of water to the flush tank for proper flushing, while also preventing backflow or contamination of the water supply. For an IWC, this height requirement is a minimum of 1 meter, while for an EWC, this is a minimum of 0.6 meters. In this video, we have discussed how to prepare a layout, fix the S or P trap, fix the IWC over the trap chamber, fix the flushing cistern, fix the EWC, test the IWC and the EWC. Hope you have a clear understanding of this session. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In today's video, we are going to install the wall-hung water closet EWC and a urinal. By the end of this video, you will be able to install a wall-hung water closet, install a urinal and understand built-in traps in urinals. Let us collect the tools, equipment and machinery required to do this. Ball peen hammer 1, drilling machine 1, chisel 1, pipe wrench 1, screwdriver 1, double end spanner 1, hammer 1, hacksaw 1, drywall saw 1, trowel 1, poker 1, spirit level 1, water tube level 1, measuring tape 1, plumb bob 1, water pump plier 1, spade 1, straight edge 1, silicone sealant as required, motor pan 1, pipe vise 1, GI pipe and fitting as required, thread seal materials as required, plaster of Paris as required, white cement as required, solvent cement as required, angle caulk as required, push caulk as required, cement as required, fine sand as required, wall hung water closet as required, urinal with accessories as required, bricks as required, SW pipe or PVC pipe with fittings as required, water as required, valve as required, and caulk as required. Let us look at installing a wall-hung water closet. Ensure that the water supply is turned off. Set up the frame by assembling the vertical and horizontal support bars on the frame and tightening them. Slide the two fixing mounts onto the sides of the cistern, making sure that they are fitted securely. Place the vertical flush pipe onto the underside of the cistern and secure the cistern into the frame. Insert and clip the flush tank onto the lower part of the frame. Install the clamp for the 90-degree waste pipe elbow onto the frame. Using the spirit level, draw a vertical line that crosses the center of the waste pipe. Measuring from the floor for a standard bowl placement at 400 mm from the floor, draw mark A at 1 meter and mark B at 1.08 meters. These measurements can be adjusted as per the requirement. On mark B, draw holes for the wall brackets 235 mm to the left and to the right of the center of the evacuation. Complete the assembly by fitting the 90-degree waste pipe elbow into the clamp. Put the unit into place and check the position with respect to the water supply and waste pipe. Maneuver the 90-degree waste pipe elbow according to the installation either horizontally or vertically. If necessary, adapt the connection using PVC piping. Make sure that the unit is at least 230 mm from the wall. Then, mark the locations of the holes for the unit's foot brackets. Remove the inlet plug and slide the gaskets on the inlet and outlet pipe. Slide the inlet pipe into the wall openings at the water inlet to test the fitting of the inlet pipe with the toilet. Note the distance between the wall and the toilet at the location shown. Measure excess length A of the inlet pipe. Remove the toilet. Cut and fill the inlet pipe to the proper length by removing excess length A. Slide the outlet pipe into the wall openings at the waste outlet to test the fitting of the outlet pipe with the toilet. Note the distance between the wall and the toilet at the location shown. Measure excess length B of the outlet pipe. Remove the toilet. Cut and file the outlet pipe to the proper length by removing excess length B. Add silicone sealant into the gasket grooves. Mount the toilet on the projected studs. Level the toilet using a spirit level. Insert the rubber washer and fixing nut for securing the toilet with the wall. Cut the extra length of the stud projecting out and place the plastic caps. Flush the toilet to check for leaks. Finally, seal the connections. Let us now install a urinal on the wall. Select an appropriate place for providing the urinal. Draw the center line and lay out the dimensions on the wall correctly. Fit a mounting board to the wall in order to provide support to the urinal. Use a piece of weather-treated plywood and secure it on the wall studs with the help of some nails. Determine where the water supply will be located so that the water line can be added accordingly. Mark the exact location at a height of 24 inches and drill pilot holes for the hanger screws to be mounted. The 24 inches are measured from the floor all the way up to the rim of the urinal. Use a drywall saw to remove the required drywall in order to attach the wastewater line along with the water supply line in the marked location. Add a shut-off valve before placing the pipe in its desired location. This will make it easy to turn off the water supply whenever required. Mount the urinal wall hangers in their respective position and ensure that the hangers are mounted at the same level by using a carpenter's level or spirit level. Screw the wall hangers not only to the wall but also to the supporting wooden mounting board that was attached earlier. Before hanging the urinal on the wall, fit the drain into the urinal. Add a layer of caulk to the ring of the metal present at the bottom of the urinal by placing a strainer into the hole and sealing it tightly. Add a combination of rubber and metal washers under the strainer and secure with the help of nuts. Connect the waste outlet to the waste pipe using PVC cement solvent. Finally, lift the urinal and place it above the wall hangers and align the position according to that of the waste outlet. Attach it such that the waste opening is located behind the urinal. Place it into the hangers and tighten the screws to hold it firmly against the wall. Connect the water supply to the flushing cistern and check for any leaks. Let us understand built-in traps in urinals. A standard urinal has a pipe known as a bottle trap or P-trap where all the water is flushed into it by the urinal. This bottle trap or P-trap is designed to form a water seal to prevent the escape of sewer gases into the atmosphere. Also, most water-free or waterless urinals feature a built-in eco trap which serves two main purposes. Firstly, it allows for an uninterrupted flow of urine to the bottom of the urinal unit until it reaches plumbing sewer connections. Secondly, it also prevents the escape of sewer odors and stops them from affecting the indoor quality of the restroom. In this video, we have learned to install a wall-hung water closet, install a urinal, and understand built-in traps in urinals. Hope you have a clear understanding of this session. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In today's video, we are going to install a water meter and a wash basin. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand technical requirements for water meter installations, install a water meter in the domestic water supply, and install a wash basin. Let us collect the tools, equipment, and machinery required to do this. Pipe wrench 1, tap set 1, die set 1, ball peen hammer 1, cold chisel 1, spanner set 1, screwdriver 1, hacksaw 1, measuring tape 1, shovel 1, spade 1, crowbar 1, trowel 1, drilling machine 1, chisel 1, double-ended spanner 1, hammer 1, poker 1, spirit level 1, water tube level 1, plumb bob 1, water pump plier 1, straight edge 1, motor pan 1, pipe vise 1, saddle piece as required, gun metal ferrule as required, union as required, elbow PVC as required, gate valve as required, PVC pipe as required, water meter as required, rubber washer as required, thread seal material as required, solvent cement as required, GI pipe and fitting as required, wash basin with accessories as required, and white cement as required. Before we learn about installing, let us understand the technical requirements for water meter installations. Water meters must be fitted in the correct direction of flow and positioned to allow easy visibility for manual reading of the meter and for viewing the serial number. Ensuring that the length of the pipe accommodating the water meter is completely filled with water immediately upstream and downstream of the meter is essential for the proper functioning of the meter. Installing water meters in a protective box or enclosure can provide physical protection against potential damage. Water meters must be installed as close to the extraction point as possible. Let us learn to install a water meter in the domestic water supply. Fix a stopcock or gate valve on the inlet and outlet of the water meter location as it will help to control water flow. Close the stopcocks. Measure the length of the water meter and the distance between the two unions or connection points where the water meter is installed. Tighten the union to the pipes using a wrench. Hold the water meter in position between the two unions. Place the water meter according to the direction of flow and ensure that it is aligned with the arrow marks on the water meter. Place a soft leather or rubber washer on one side of the meter. Screw the nut onto the coupling. Repeat the same procedure for the other side. Tighten the coupling nut firmly with a spanner or an adjustable wrench. Open the outlet and inlet valve. Check the joints for leaks and ensure that the water meter is working. The water meter should be positioned along a horizontal pipe, where 10 times the pipe diameter upstream and 5 times the pipe diameter downstream should be free of flow disturbances. There should be no pipe bends, fittings or valves within this distance. Let us look at installing a wash basin. Mark the position of the rag bolt so that it is 800 mm from the floor level. Drill the marked position for fixing the rag bolt. Fix the rag bolt at a suitable distance. Install a wall bracket to the wall as per the structural rough-in dimensions and ensure that the bracket is level. Now, focus on assembling the drain. For ease of drain installation, lay the bowl on its back. Assemble the remaining components as shown. Install the faucets and optional soap valves according to the manufacturer's instructions. The next step is to mount the bowl onto the bracket and wall. Ensure that the bowl is completely seated on the wall bracket and securely fastened to the wall at point A. Position the bowl above the wall bracket and press the back of the bowl firmly to seat the bowl flange into the wall bracket lip, making sure that the bowl is level. Secure the bowl to the wall anchors using fasteners per the structural roughen requirement as stated by the installer. Next, we will fix the strainer and bottle trap or P-trap. The drain cap is leveled front and back. Be sure that the front is facing the user and that the top surface of the drain cap is sloped away from the user. Connect the inlet of the bottle trap to the basin and the outlet of the bottle trap to the drain line. Assemble the wash basin with the pillar tap, waste coupling, rubber plug and chain. Mount the wash basin on the rag bolt. Connect the supply line to the pillar tap with a flexible connector and connect the bottle trap. Connect the bottle trap to the floor trap or semicircular open drain. Finally, ensure that the wash basin has been properly fixed to the wall and test its functionality and check for leaks or blocks. In this video, we have learned to understand technical requirements for water meter installations, install a water meter in the domestic water supply, and install a wash basin. Hope you have a clear understanding of this session. Thank you all and see you in the next video.
Namaskar and a very good morning. I am K.K. Mishra from Ministry of Power, Government of India, and I am here to discuss and talk about the various initiatives taken by Government of India, Ministry of Power regarding digital initiatives. This is a creation of an ecosystem which enables consumer not only to facilitate the various services but also